everyone, welcome to craft time. Today for craft we have two different crafts for the younger grades, kindergarten to second grade and third to fifth grade. So for the younger, we have this cool little tool belt that you can wear as a tool belt, and you could put your tools and your glasses in there. And you have these fabric markers that will not go away when you wash it. So I want you guys to be creative with this. I just want you guys to freely draw whatever design you can think of. I want you to fill as much of the space as possible to make it your own. You can even put some other kinds of things besides this. You could put some duct tape and decorate it in a really cool, nice way. So I want to see your aprons creatively decorated. Send me your pictures so I can see what you've done. Now for the older grades, so I want you guys to go ahead and get started on that. For the older kids, we have a pretty long craft today. It's tie-dye. Today we learned about how Paul stood before King Agrippa and shared his story, and it showed his boldness. And we also learned about how he encountered Jesus through a flash of light. And when we look at tie-dye, it's pretty loud, it's bold, and it reminds me of how Paul stood before and told his testimony. And that's what we need to do as well. When we get people's attention, our goal should be to share our testimony about Jesus. And so I want you guys to first set your tablecloth over here like this. And with this shirt, the best thing to do is wet it a little bit and squeeze out the water to make it damp, but not wet. And lay it flat like this. Make sure you have your markers, your rubber bands, your dye. I'm not gonna wear this apron, but you guys have this little apron here that you could put on if you're wearing clothes that you don't want to get dirty. And there are different patterns that you can make. So I'm gonna show you real quick. So one of the most simple patterns that makes a circular design is to make it flat and twirl from the middle like this, okay, into a circle. It's better to do this rather than to just clump it, because you might miss a lot of the middle parts when you tie-dye, and you might end up with a lot of white areas. And so you make a little twirl like this, and so you take the rubber band and you secure it in that shape. And this makes the circular designs on the tie-dye. And this is kind of the classic basic tie-dye method, to do it like this. Okay, and like that, and make sure to secure it. You're supposed to kind of make it look like a little pizza pie, okay, and so that you can get between the rubber bands, okay. And what you're going to do is fill this with water, okay, and shake it up. And after you open it up, you have two colors, shake them up. If you want to use one, I used one in my sample, and it turned out great. So you can shake it up and put the water all over. Make sure to get into the rubber band areas, and that will be to make sure you get all the colors in there, and that'll make a beautiful tie-dye shape. And you can mix the colors if you want. Another way that you can do this is to tie it like this, and to make a more straighter, like a stripe pattern, you just tie it like that, more like a hair, rubber band hairstyle type of thing. So you do this, and then you make a few like that. Okay. Okay, and this is, not the most basic. I haven't tried it this way, but this makes the more stripy way. And then you do the same thing. You do this, and you get all the tie-dye. Make sure you get into the rubber bands. Okay, but I'm gonna just use it the way that I showed you before, okay? And what you do when you have this is that you have to put it into a plastic bag so it stays wet, and you have to keep it in there for about 4 hours to overnight. So it takes a while. The process of doing this is not too bad, but it takes a while. Oh, and you know what? I'm not wearing rubber bands, I'm not wearing gloves, but you guys have gloves in your box. Make sure you wear gloves to protect your hands from stains. And you tie it up, you leave it overnight. And I tried this myself. You leave it overnight, and then you have to rinse out the tie-dye with your hand, get all the excess out, and then you wash it. And it's not final until you wash it and dry it. And I tried the method that I showed you the first time with just one color, and this is what I ended up with. So you see kind of the splash here from the circle. So I want you guys to try that, and again, show me pictures. I want to see all your wonderful shirts. Okay, have fun.